Okay, here we go with some hints for homework sheet 8. First question, the volume of a puddle. Now, because the percentage has been repeated and repeated and repeated and repeated, it's one of those compound questions. So the method that we're going to use to solve that is the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find the multiplier. So the amount of water in the puddle is 100% less than 12%. Get that as a percentage, turn it into a decimal, and then do the decimal to the power 8, because it's happening over 8 hours, times the liquid in the puddle, which is also 8, and get your answer. Question 2. When will it arrive in New York? So it's a time question. So time is equal to distance divided by speed. So the distance between Glasgow and New York is 3,200. The speed the plane flies at is 500. So that'll tell you how long it takes. You know it sets off at 0745. You know how long it takes. So you can work out when it arrives in New York. However, remember the question asks for the local time in New York, and New York is 5 hours behind. So you have to take that into consideration for your final answer. Question 3. Everybody knows the answer to the first one. Now you might be able to work the second one out just by looking at the numbers, but the method that we would use would be 17 add 43 to give us 60. And then halfway between that is divided by 2. So I don't mind telling you the answer for part B is 30, because what I'm really interested in is the actual method that we employed. And the method was we did an add and then we did divide by 2. So when it comes to part C and we're dealing with a quarter and a sixth, we use the same method. We add the two fractions together and then we divide by 2. Question 4, weightlifting competition. Now, Mac's strength, his new record was 147. We want to know what his old record was. So we'll have to go backwards in time. If we're going backwards in time, it's a reverse percentage. And we know that if they're reverse percentage questions, they are divide questions. So find the multiplier. You should be able to do that quite easily now. And then divide. Question 5, just a case of putting the numbers in. So let's try for an example. Let's go 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 and 8. Let's see if that works. Well, this row here adds up to 10. This row here adds up to 9. This row here adds up to 18. And this row here adds up to 17. So obviously that doesn't work because these numbers all have to be the same. So we need to start again. So we need to remove those numbers, get a clear grid, and then try different ones and keep going and going until you get it right. Question 6. Solve the equations. Well, hopefully by now we've learned that the 6 goes over, so you end up with 5x equals, and then you can work out what x equals. The second one's a wee bit different this week. You have to do the 3 times the x, you have to do the 3 times the 2, but don't do anything with the 4, just leave it as an add 4. So get your number of x's, take away your other number, so you can get that by doing the 3 times, add 4 makes 10. Now what you need to move over is this number and the plus 4. So if you move those over, you'll get so many x's equal a number, you can work out what x is. Question 7, a time question. Jane runs 4 laps, so basically it's just 59.76. Add. Now our second lap is 1 minute and 2.4 seconds. So I find it easier if I write that as 62.4 seconds. Okay, change the minutes into seconds. Do the same for the third one and the fourth one. Do a great big adding up sum. That'll be your answer in seconds. All you need to do is turn it back into minutes. And then lastly, question 8, an algebra question. Now we're told that A is worth 3 points and B is worth 4 points. So I won't do any that's there, but if I had asked you just simply what is AB, then you know that that means A times B, so putting 3 in here and 4 in here would be 3 times 4, which is 12. So simply substitute the numbers, the 3 and the 4, in the places where the letters are, and then tell me what your answer is. And that's the homework this week.